Hi guys, my name is Tiffany and welcome back to another video. So in this video, I thought I would share with you guys on why I love NICU and why I decided to become a NICU nurse. So I've been a NICU nurse for about 5 years now. I'm going on to my 5th year this year, and I thought I would just share with you guys reasons on why I love the NICU so much. So of course, the main reason that everyone typically goes into the NICU for is that we like working with babies. So our patient population we deal with is premature babies. We deal with preemies all the way up until 1 year old is usually the maximum age group that we deal with. So it is a very limited patient population, and I truly enjoy working with babies so much. I love how cute they are, and they're just super adorable, and really I wanted to be an advocate for them. So the next reason why I wanted to become a NICU nurse is that in the NICU, you're really dealing with a patient population that can't speak. So there is good and bad reasons to that. So of course, the good reason is that my patients can't talk back to me. And that's one of the main reasons why I love the NICU so much, is that my patients can't talk back to me. They can't yell at me and things like that. And it's really a pro at some times, but also a con is that they can't tell you and voice out their pain. So you really have to be an advocate for this patient population because they can't really voice out where it hurts and what parts of their body is in pain. So you really have to try to figure it out yourself. You have to advocate for this group and really speak up and question everything. So one of the things that NICU nurses really have to get really good at is kind of pinpointing, putting things together. We really have to become detectives and try to figure out what signs and symptoms can be. So you have to really get good at your critical thinking skills, which you will as you get more into your experience as a nurse and working. And so it's something that's just going to take some time. But yeah, it's really something you have to get really good at because patients can't tell you what's hurting and where it's hurting. So you need to try to figure it out for yourself. And that's what we do as NICU nurses is, of course, advocate for our patient and try to play the detective as well, try to figure out what things are and what signs and symptoms can be. So that's why I really like working in the NICU and trying to advocate for this patient population. So another reason why I like NICU as well is there is a variety. So we do have a lot of stable moments, but we do have critical ICU moments as well. And I like having the option to have both, and that way it gives me a wide range of things. I personally don't think I can handle working in an environment where it's constantly busy 24/7 and that I have to run around constantly crazy all the time. I would probably burn out really, really fast. And so I do like the NICU where it does have moments like that. And there's moments where we are working as a team, and in critical situations, we work well together. But there's also stable moments as well where we do have times where we can hold babies and cuddle with babies, and it's really fun as well. So there is options to do both. And there's some hospitals that will either hire you in either unit, so you can work in nursery where it's usually a happy place and you do have stable feeder growers, or you can work in the ICU portion where it's just constantly busy all the time. And it has both perks, so I do like the flexibility and option to have both. So that's why I like working in the NICU as well. So another thing that I really enjoy also is getting close to families. So because your patients don't talk back to you, you can't really have a deeper connection with them. Of course, you do get attached, and being in the NICU, some of our babies can be there for quite a long time, and we're able to see them progress through their journey. You can have options where you can become primary nurse, where you can pick a patient that you want to follow along on their journey, which I think is so amazing. And that way we get really close to the families, and that's really one of my favorite parts. And a lot of families are super, super sweet, and I get really close to them and connect with them deeply, and they are really involved in the care, and they really enjoy having conversations with us, and they kind of become part of a family just because a lot of times, like I said, these babies stay here for quite some time, so they get really close with the staff members at the hospital, and it's just a nice way to connect closely with families. And one thing that I really commend NICU parents for is that, of course, being the NICU is a very daunting place, and as a NICU nurse, I find it scary sometimes, so I can't imagine what it's like to be a NICU parent and having to be in such a scary place. But they are super resilient, and all these families are just super kind and very understanding, and it just takes a lot of patience on your end as a nurse to be able to educate the families and just be very patient with them. And the next thing that goes along with that is, of course, education and teaching the families too. And something you really need to do as a staff member, as a nurse, is to be able to repeat yourself, do a lot of education with the families, but that's also another way to connect closely with them as well. And it gives you an opportunity to gain on your skills and knowledge as well. Having to repeat something back to another person really helps you gain the knowledge too, and helps to retain that information. So another opportunity that kind of goes along with the education things is that, of course, you are teaching a lot of the times while you're in the unit, but there's opportunities for you to grow and advance in your career as well. I did do a video on that, so please check it out in the cards above, where I do talk about some ways you can advance in your career as a NICU nurse. And there's so many room for opportunities and growth and ways to improve on the unit. So please remember that as a nurse, it's not just being comfortable where you're at. Try your best to put yourself out there, put yourself in every learning opportunity, and do what you can to advance further in your career. There's many opportunities on ways you can do so, so yeah, make sure to check out that video. But yeah, those are really ways on why I enjoy NICU so much and why I decided to specialize in the NICU. But really, everyone's experiences are different and everyone's reasons on why they chose a NICU is different, but those are some of my reasons. So please let me know down in the comments below if you are a NICU nurse on reasons why you enjoy working in the NICU and what made you specialize in the NICU. And there are people out there who don't start out directly in the NICU like I did, who have worked in other units in the past and found their way into the NICU. So I'm also curious about how people's experiences are. But a lot of times, people that chose the NICU and come into the NICU tend to stay. And there's reasons why, and these are usually the reasons. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments below if you are a NICU nurse or if you're interested in becoming a NICU nurse. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.